Hello everyone, welcome to Carnivorous Plants Hub. Today I'm bringing you an update on my Venus Flytrap seedlings. I planted these way back in December of 2023. It's been about 10 months, and the amount of growth that I'm about to show you today is actually kind of disappointing. It's not very great. While I was away in July, my waterer forgot to water this tray while I wasn't home. It was bone dry, along with some sundews that I had in here in the same tray with the seedlings. Needless to say, the sundews are all completely dead and I lost most of my seedlings. I was able to salvage a few, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, I'm going to start off today by showing you the BCP1 Darwin. And as you can see here, I have a nice little fly trap. Certainly not 10 months worth of growth, but it's not too bad. Definitely stunted the growth when these got really dry, and some of these were on the verge of dying, so the amount of growth that they had was really stunted. But this is a pretty nice little plant. You can see here, as I'm turning it around a little bit, you can see that this plant has actually been pretty successful in catching some small insects. You can see there are insects inside of there. Venus flytraps are really cool in such that when they grow from seedlings, they're actually just little Venus flytraps. They don't really grow into like kind of a different kind of plant and then turn into a flytrap eventually. Right from the seed, they grow and they're little tiny fly traps. They're fully functional. They start catching insects right away, which is good because oftentimes you can kind of get a lot of gnats and stuff in these planters because you're keeping them so moist and so wet. You know, unless you have what happened to me and they get super dry and most of them die. But all right, let's go ahead and move over to the next one here. We have let me pull this out and see what we have here. The Big Vigorous Darwin. So you can see these ones are a little more kind of red on the inside. You can see there's some healthy new growth coming up. I did notice that there's a lot of spider webs around the planter that I didn't notice with the naked eye. I didn't really see those until I kind of got the camera up close, and I'm a little worried that there might be some spider mites in here. I need to take the time and kind of go through this and see if I can find any mites in there, because they're really, really tiny and hard to see, and you really have to kind of focus and pay attention. But you can see this one's also been kind of catching some plants. I'm hoping that those aren't spider mite webs. If they are, I'm going to have to do some treatment, probably get rid of those. But some of these do have a little bit of damage on them. Now I'm kind of wondering if maybe that isn't some mite damage that kind of helped with also them drying out. Could be another reason why some of them died. But you can see there's some new growth coming up. It looks pretty healthy. Looks pretty good. So yeah, I think those ones are going to do just fine, especially if I treat these for spider mites. Let's take a look at this one here. We have the Mega Traps SD Kronos. These ones are doing pretty good. Not the size that you would expect after 10 months, but they do look pretty healthy. You can see they've also been catching some insects. You can see a little guy in there. Looks like a little gnat or something. That one is one that's definitely just died and it looks like it's on the verge of being completely dead. But these ones over here are growing pretty well. I would imagine or hope that these will snap out of being so dry and start to put out a little more healthy growth. It kind of feels like I'm starting over from like month 4. All right, and real quick before we head over to the next seedling, make sure to pour some water on the like button and subscribe to help my channel grow. I'm starting to fulfill my dream of opening a carnivorous plant nursery. I've just opened my store and I'm selling soil right now. I'm going to be selling some pings and hopefully some sundews here soon. But if you're in the market for some premium carnivorous plant soil, I also have some really great planters that are available. You can check those out over at my store. There's a link in the description if you want to check that out. Also, I wanted to mention real quick that California Carnivorous is a great resource for buying Venus flytrap seeds. If you want to start your own seed adventure, they're a great place to buy seeds from. If you want to skip this long seed process, which I kind of might recommend, they also have some wonderful Venus flytraps and other carnivorous plants year-round. Make sure to use Bug Eater at checkout, that's BUGEATR, to get 10% off your order. All right, let's get back to the seedlings. We got this cute little sundew over here, a little hitchhiker. You can see the dew form in there. Pretty healthy. Let me get a little closer so you can see that dew better. That's really beautiful. Sundews are really cool to look at up close. Those little dew droplets that form are really, really cool. Lots of little sundews are the weeds of the carnivorous plant world, and get lots of hitchhikers with these. Let's take a look at this SD Kronos Jaws. These ones are tiny. The ones that are left, you can see I have some hitchhikers in here too. Some sundews, some Drosera capensis, but you can see that the Venus flytraps in here are just tiny. Like, I don't even know how seedlings are this tiny 10 months out, but these are ones that either sprouted really late and are just now kind of starting to grow, but that one's got a little bit of growth in the middle, so there's some hope that it'll snap out of it. We got the Titan EEC Giant. This one actually looks pretty healthy. The one in the back anyway. This one here looks pretty healthy here. You can see there's some nice traps. They do have a little bit of damage in them though, so I'm wondering if there's some mite damage in here. This one looks pretty good, but you can see how much they're catching little insects. You can see most of these are open. Even the ones that are open have some exoskeletons in there from previous catches. So even at this age, Venus flytraps are pretty effective bug killers, which is actually really interesting to see. Even at this tiny size, they do a pretty good job. I don't think that's a Carnivorous plant. It looks like some kind of weight off to pull that. All right, we got the, what is that? The BCP Titan by BCP Triton. Titan by Titan is a little red one. And you can see here, this one's mostly a red flytrap, but it doesn't look that healthy, so I'm a little concerned about it. Try to continue to give it the best care that I can and hope that it pulls through, but sometimes seedlings are strange. Here's another one of the same seed, and this is why you can't really trust seeds as cultivars, because you can see these two look completely different. That one looks like it's more greenish with the red traps, where the other one's like a completely maroon. All right, we got the EEC Ginormous by DCXL by SD Kronos. I was expecting this one to be really cool and huge, but I got really stunted growth right now. So again, I'm pretty sure that this is from them drying completely. You can see all the dead fly traps in here. I had some that were a lot bigger, but it's kind of like a graveyard in here. Most of them have dried up and withered away, which is really unfortunate. It's hard growing seeds, and it's a long process, and Venus flytraps don't grow super quick, and when most of your seedlings die, it's really frustrating. It's not the first time it's happened to me. I doubt it'll be the last time. They can be kind of finicky sometimes, but it's always disappointing no matter what when it happens. But seeing how to plant and start growing Venus flytraps from seeds, I have a really great video that covers everything that you need to know. It's popping up on the screen now, and you can head on over there and check it out. Thank you so much for stopping by again today. I really appreciate it, and I really hope to catch you in my next video. Bye.